Hello guys, and today we have another review, and it's a bit different today because the bed is now here, the table's here, the closet's here. So I've changed it because I'm going to do a Road to My Dream Setup review before I get the new PC, which will hopefully happen soon. But today we are reviewing the blaster that I really like. Is one of my first blasters that unfortunately kind of broke, but I still do like it. And it's the Nerf Elite 2.0 Commander. And yeah, this is a pretty fun blaster, and the breaking thing isn't all that bad. So, without further ado, let's get into the review. Starting at the front, which we do have an end-strike barrel lug, meaning you can put your attachments on there, and you do have the little indent to actually, for them to click in, so pretty good. But they're not going to really fit all that great because this is minimal, so yeah. Also, the camera might be a bit too low because I'm close, but either way. At the top, we do have an instructed cooler rail, as do we have in the bottom, and on the bottom here, which weird placements, but they look cool. At the top, we also have this black prime handle, which a bit small. It's a bit on the smaller side, but it's still very comfy. And it does have a very nice front, or back and front stop. It does also have this kind of like little indent. If you want to prime or dual wield these blasters and prime them with this, that doesn't work as well. I can only really guess, but it is a cool thing that I put them on there. They easily could not have put on there. Pretty fun. But overall, the priming is very smooth, easy, and it does have a spring return. Also, it's important to note that this trigger, when you press it and hold it down, it has slam fire, which really good on this blaster. The trigger is not good. It is a leaf spring trigger, but it's one of the better ones. It is very smooth, very easy. It doesn't feel all that springy or weird, or it doesn't feel like trash. And it does have a pretty nice movement and then snap. So even though it is not the best trigger, it is not bad. Onto the grip and this whole portion down here. The grip is pretty good. It is not the smallest, not the biggest, but it's pretty comfy, although this little curve at the back is a bit more aggressive. It fits my hand, but some more sensitive or differently shaped hands will not. Also, it's important to note, I'm basically maxing out this grip because there is this hand guard. Honestly, I think the hand guard is cool, but I would appreciate if it didn't have it because it would be way more compact and way more easier to use. But overall, the grip is fine. I like it. It's not going to be the best for most people. And the handguard is okay, but I would like to not have it. And lastly, but not at the least not important, or lastly but not the least important, we do have the stock attachment point, which works pretty well on this blaster because it is a bit more far away from the grip, so the shorter stocks like the Retaliator or Rico Mark II stock will work pretty good on this, or at least better than on most blasters. And it's fun to have these old attachments on a revolver. This is basically the only one that has this many stuff. Also, I did mention, it does have this 6-round cylinder that rotates counterclockwise, which is pretty normal, and it rotates on fire, which I do really like, honestly. And yeah, that's about all of the blaster external review. Now let's get onto design and plastic quality. First, let's talk about design. Design, I absolutely love. It's basically Elite 2.0 original design, which I just like. That's why I like Elite 2.0 more than most people. It's really good. It has these dots, it has the Elite 2.0 cutout on both sides. It has these two little nuts, the Commander, the Nerf, which are on the other side but not painted, and we do still have the Elite 2.0 and these dots. So while it isn't painted on the outside, it looks basically the same because of the cutouts, which I really like. Also sorry because sometimes my head is cut out. I'm going to have to work around with that, but this is way more than good enough. So yeah, pretty good looks, and I like them. Now let's talk plastic quality. This is the falling apart part, because the plastic quality is cheap. It is not the thickest, it is not the sturdiest, and it's pretty creaky. It isn't awful plastic that you could snap, but it doesn't feel good. It just is extremely creaky. I do not like that, but honestly, when using it, it doesn't really creak around that much. It is just a thing that is there, and you don't generally like it. Also, you can't open it, which is dumb. Fortunately, they fixed that with most of the newer Elite 2.0 blasters, and some resources say, for example, Tessera's Nerf room, if you haven't checked them out yet, his shockwave was openable. So there is a pretty good chance if you buy a new commander that was made after most of them were made, so after 2020 or in 2021, they might be openable. It's still a risk, so I wouldn't recommend it if you are going to get it to open it up. Also, it breaks. On my priming handle, you have this hole. That is because I primed it too fast, and the two hooks inside that actually catch on the plunger tube that actually primed the thing broke off and then forced itself out. That means that while it still kept primed because it has the other tooth, if I do prime it off to the side, it can happen to not prime. It didn't really happen, and the way it broke, it does not have any sharp edges. So I can forgive it, and it was kind of my fault. I was firing it a bit insanely fast, and it jammed up because it was starting to break, and then I made the hole. I could have gotten it out without doing that, but at least it's good to know that it still works with just one, and pretty well. It does broke, and it's not good, but it's not the worst part. Now, without further ado, let's see the firing test. Which sucks, I know. But it is what it is. Okay, so I'll be firing the Nerf Elite 2.0 Commander at the target over there. I'll be firing 2 cylinders, one first normal fire, and then the second one slam fire at the target over there. Sorry for the sun or the background noise. Unfortunately, I can do better. So yeah, let's go. Okay, now after you saw that for excuse for a firing test, because the sun and all of that, I'm still thinking of changing that. I don't know. I'll probably just have to film it when the sun is not there, so yeah. But, what do I think of this blaster? Well, first, the performance is decent. It's pretty normal. It's only 2.0. It's not bad, it's not good. It's standard. You can mod it. Not really, but if you are able to open it, you can. And overall, I think this blaster is fun, and if you like the aesthetic and want to get it, you can. And especially for a good price. Should you get this out of all the other options? No, not really. Even the Dark Zone Desperado, which is a different kind of blaster, is generally better. It doesn't break, you can open it, it's one-hand prime, which is cool, and it's just smaller and cheaper and everything. Even though it's not the same, it is way better than this. You also have other options from Nerf, like the agility, which is really good. Honestly, it has more points than this that are good. It does use N-Strike or N-Series darts, which is a big con, but you can actually change that out, so at least you have that. And you can also get the Trailblazer, which is a hammer prime, but this elite style. It's from Nerf, and it's really good. Should you still get this? Honestly, if you like the design, you like that you can change out attachments, sure, you can get it. I won't stop you because there's no big thing that is wrong about this, except all the little things about Elite 2.0. So overall, it's not a bad blaster, Elite 2.0 just makes it worse. It's okay, it's mid-tier, it's the middle down. I like it, it's pretty decent, by the imperfect, and it does have its redeeming features. So if you want to get it, sure, go ahead. I won't stop you, and neither should anyone else, unless they have a break that is worse than mine and makes the blaster fully unfunctional. So yeah. Now let me know what you think about this setup. I might change it because I can. Actually, let's actually just see this. Okay. Now it won't be like this, but I can also do this. I don't know if this is good, but I can. Yeah. Also, if you have any other recommendations for ways I can film videos, sure, tell me that. Also, I just got another idea, and since I'm already filming, let's try it out. Okay, the camera is leaning, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But yeah, this is basically the idea. Yeah, so now you can see this wall, see the cans, see that. You can see me mostly, and you can see this. Now you can't see all of this, so I will still have to think about this. But it is an option, and I do kind of like it. Either way, I hope you like this review, and I hope it does well. And yeah, this is a standard, but either way, my name is Nick C, and wait a minute, I also have to tell you something else. I will be selling my laptop and buying a PC, so you might not see some content when that happens, and you will definitely see another Road to My Dream setup after I film the one after this video. So yeah, and the more important thing, you remember the Omnia breaking? Well, Blaster Time finally answered. To be fair, they did say they have some issues right now, but they did answer, and they said that they sent a replacement. Only the blaster, not the whole thing, because I didn't have to return it, which is really good, honestly. So yeah, I'm going to be getting the new blaster, and I might be doing a video right on it to see how good is it, and then I'm going to do a later video, like month or if it breaks, to see if it's actually good. I will test it more intensively before filming the review though. So yeah, I hope you like this video, I hope it does well, and all that thing that I already said, but yeah. My name is Nick C, and bye bye.